We will now look at question 5. Okay, with reference to figure 5, name the following. Okay, P is a convectional rain, Q is shortwave radiation, R is cumulonimbus clouds. Okay, so next, compare the climate of Singapore and India. So climate graph, if we look at this, it's always precipitation will always be your bar, then your temperature will always be your line graph. Okay, so in this case, you are very lucky that we actually put all the values inside the figure. So sometimes during N level, they do not give you the values, then you must go and read on your own. Okay, so the common word here is compare. Compare, we must always look at the similarities as well as the difference. Okay, in this case, we are quite kind. We give you marks, okay, if you are able to calculate as well. Okay, so if we look at this, what are some of the similarity? Okay, you can see that both places, they have high total annual precipitation. What is total annual precipitation? That means you add up all the rainfall for the January to December. Okay, that is your total annual precipitation. Okay, as well as you can see that the temperature for both places are considered quite high. Okay, why is that so? Because Singapore is actually having the tropical equatorial climate, and India is they have the tropical monsoon climate. Okay, so why is it a monsoon climate? Okay, you can see although it is high total annual precipitation, but they have distinct wet and dry seasons. Okay, distinct wet and dry seasons. So from here, what is the similarity? We can talk about both places have high mean annual temperature, and you must go and calculate for these two areas. So after you calculated, okay, Singapore is 27.8 and India is 24.7. So both places have high mean annual temperature. So you must use the specific term, mean annual temperature. Cannot just say high temperature. Okay, difference, you can talk about the total annual precipitation. Okay, so you can talk about India has moderate, okay, total annual precipitation of 1051, whereas Singapore has high total annual precipitation. So remember TAP. Okay, then you can also write this, but there will be no marks for your values, so better not write this, okay, if you can. Then as long as you have one correct pair of values and one mark for describing similarities or differences. Okay, so you do not need so many differences, just one will do. Okay, then explain the formation of southwest monsoon. Just nice. Okay, India, the one based on the climate graph here, India is the one that has the southwest monsoon. Okay, so when does it have high rainfall? Is during the June to September period. Yes. Okay, so take place when it's summer. Okay, in the northern hemisphere. So when it's summer there, temperature will be high there. Okay, then your pressure will be low. Okay, because warm air rises. Then you must talk about what happened at the southern hemisphere. Okay, southern hemisphere is having winter, so temperature will be lower, and the pressure will be higher. That's why it will move from high to low, which will be from your Australia towards the Asia. Then once it crosses the equator, okay, it's now in the northern hemisphere, it will always deflect to your right. Okay, remember at the northern hemisphere, it will deflect to the right. Okay, so the wind will pick up moisture as they pass over the Indian Ocean and bring monsoon rain to countries such as India. Okay, next, describe the distribution of carbon dioxide emission due to industrial processes in the world. Okay, so from this, you must look at the... Okay, hold on, let me find the question. Okay, see distribution. Okay, describe distribution. So see any pattern. Okay, PEA pattern. Then if we look at this, these three continents are the ones with the highest, and just nice that these three places, they are in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so northern hemisphere is the place that has the highest contribution of carbon dioxide. Okay, why is it we cannot say industrial, heavily industrial places? okay, because it's from the carbon dioxide emissions from industrial processes. That's why we cannot say they are from the countries that produce the most, okay, that are heavily industrialized, okay, because that's quite obvious, right? Okay, so another pattern that you can see is they are all in the northern hemisphere. So evidence, so you go and measure how much is it that they are producing, okay, then any anomaly or anything interesting, so maybe you can talk about Oceania is the one that is the lowest, okay, that will be something that is interesting, okay. That is not an anomaly. Why? Anomaly means is there any country that is in the northern hemisphere that but produce very little amount of carbon dioxide, then that is the anomaly, okay. Then next, explain one positive and one negative impacts of climate change. So we are quite generous in this, so you give 1 mark for link to climate change and 1 mark for explaining, okay. So the textbook only have one positive impact of climate change, which is the better lengthening of growing season, okay. So you can write about the link because higher temperature in some regions allows the crops to be grown. That's why, okay, the farmers are able to earn more income because the crops grow better. Then sea level rise. Why is there sea level rise? Linked to climate because of the increase in temperature will melt the glacier, okay. Then D, international strategy is more effective than national strategy in managing climate change. This, of course, we need to compare between international strategy and national strategy. So international strategy, you only know one, which is your Kyoto Protocol. So you can talk about your advantages and disadvantages of international strategy. It would be good if you can give 3 advantages, 3 disadvantages. Okay, if not minimum 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages. Okay, then your national strategy you can choose. Okay, you can choose plant a tree program or green plan, Singapore green plan, or you can give the green mark scheme. Okay, take note that the green mark scheme is the one that is the green buildings. Okay, then the green plan is talking about using natural gas. Okay, some of you may be confused about these 2 strategies. Okay, so go and recap if you are still not very sure. Okay, then your conclusion, which strategy is better, international or national? You can use scale, okay, as a factor to say that international strategy is better because there are more countries involved. Okay, so it will work at a larger scale. Okay, so take note of all this. Okay, please go and complete your corrections. Okay, so I hope that you will find all these videos helpful. Okay, continue to study. Okay, and all the best for your N levels.